sit down and I fall asleep. Like, I wake up, I'm like, damn, an hour done passed, I was asleep. I was in my sleep dreaming that I wanted some of that damn mineral makeup that they have on the commercial, and in the dream, I done went to the damn mall and got the lady dusting the damn mineral makeup on my damn face and telling me it was a special, it was on sale. And I said, damn, I like this, it feel good, I want me some mineral makeup. I opened my eyes, damn Melissa Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie and Melissa Milano that played on Charm was on the commercial in a mall talking about how they putting the makeup on, got the before and after pictures. And it was special, and I'm just like, I was asleep, but my subconscious was wide open, just recording everything. I turned that shit off. I said, you know what, that taught me a big lesson, because I said, I don't consciously remember what else was on before all the infomercials came on that was in there, and my mind just recording to the point that I'm actually dreaming and experiencing and saying, I want this. And they know that.
Yes, because they know this. They know that the subconscious, our subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is not. And so and this is how cold this is, how scientific they gotten with this stuff. You were asleep, so your eyes were closed. But what they don't tell us is that your subconscious mind can literally see through your eyelids.
Yes.
Yeah, but tell me, it's probably saying, oh, that brother's crazy. No, I'm telling you, because here's something that is that they do in advertising all the time. It's called embedding. Now, in embedding, what this means is this. Let's say I have a blank canvas, and I were to paint, say, a penis on this canvas, okay? And I make this a bright, say a big black penis, and I paint that on the canvas. Now, I let it dry. Then I come back to that same canvas, and I paint over it a picture of a valley with green grass and flowers and little children playing, okay? Now, when I paint over this, you consciously cannot see that big old black penis, okay? But if I take that painting and put it out, everybody who looks at it, they consciously will see the green grass and the children playing, but their subconscious will see that big penis, big as day, in their subconscious. And here's what happens. They will, depending on who they are, they will experience different emotions that they will attach to the painting that they see consciously.
Yep.
So, for an example, a woman, let's say a white woman, will look at that painting, right? And she won't be able to figure it out, but she'll find herself getting very aroused looking at this painting of some children playing in a field. And she can't figure out why. She just gets, her breath gets, she gets to breathing heavy, and she's feeling all aroused, and she'll be messed up because she can't figure that out, right?
Yeah.
Now, a man, he might stand and look at it, and it makes him so uncomfortable, he can't really stand to look at it, and he can't figure out why. As far as he's concerned, just some children playing in a field, but something about that painting just makes him so uncomfortable. That's because the subconscious is registering it.
Yeah.
Now, there's the artists out there. This is a trick that actually has been used by various painters. And I'm teaching. Don't tell anybody I told you this, but check this out. I'm an artist. And let's say that I want to sell some paintings to some rich people. Well, what I would do is, let's say that there's some rich people that specifically, like, somebody named Rockefeller, Mary Rockefeller. Okay. Now, what I would do is I would take a clean canvas, and I will paint Mary Rockefeller on that painting. Okay. Let it dry, and then I can paint whatever I want over the top of it. Now, when Mary Rockefeller sees that painting, you know what she's going to experience? She's going to experience a very pleasant feeling about that painting. Why? Because the most important words to anybody is their own name. And so I could have an ugly-ass painting, but her name is underneath it, embedded in that painting. And she's going to like that painting no matter what. That's the power of our subconscious. And they have used this for a long time. That's why this and it's been shown and demonstrated, although people, advertising people especially, try to play past this. But they have commercials for children, say for dolls, for little girls, and embedded in the commercials, all kind of sexual things. They'll have ads, for an example, and embedded in the ads, they'll have the words fuck and shit and all kinds of stuff like that. Yes, I'm telling you, embedded in the paintings, embedded in the ads.
That's what I wanted to tell you, though. I wanted you to talk about it, do the other show, like with the games and the Fuck You Buddy, because I was looking at this show on YouTube, this series called The Arrivals, and they were showing how Walt Disney, y'all need to watch y'all children with these cartoons. They show how the characters are drawn. The body might be a dick, and or a woman bent over with her ass open, but then the way they put the legs and face and shit, you don't see, and you don't think it's nothing that's destructive and demonic. But your child be watching them character with the round face and round legs, and when you see how he draws it out in the series called The Arrivals on YouTube, how they draw a cartoon character, half of that character be titties, dicks, and assholes and butts.
And see, all of this goes back to what we were talking about before about if we understand that all of this stuff is in our subconscious, this influences our behavior more than our conscious behavior. So even when we approach a person that we would like to talk to and develop a relationship with, right, we're bringing not only all the things that are in our body memories, but we got all this other crazy stuff, and I mean crazy stuff, up in here that we're not even aware of because we weren't aware of it when it came into our subconscious.
Yes.
And so, and that's why the thing about violence and all of those kinds of things is very important because we are grown people, but we have childhood fantasies in our minds that we put there, and we're not conscious of them, and they play out in our behaviors. You know, they can't understand why these young people, like they talk about how many young girls allow these young boys to beat them up and mistreat them and stuff like that. And it's much more prevalent than it ever was before. Well, look at all the stimulus, all the different channels into our children's subconscious. See, we had my generation, we had television and radio, okay? And I'm going to touch on this in just a second, just for a second, because I know it's going to bother a lot of people. We had television, radio, and we had records. We had music, okay? One of the most destructive things psychologically for my generation was music that we thought of as romantic music, but it dealt with concepts, what we call love songs. Love songs program us to do what? To expect negative results in relationships, right? When you stop and think about it, we have to learn to deal with music that doesn't have lyrics so we can attach our own stories to them, so we can let our imaginations create new stories rather than the stories that are in the words, that are in those lyrics. Because and some of our favorite songs, and what's the thought that's in that song, you know? And I challenge folks, sit down sometime and make a list of the songs that you consider your favorite songs, and 90% of the time it'll be songs with lyrics, and most of those lyrics deal with love or love relationships, and most of those love relationships do not end positively. You see? And think about it. We sit up and sing a song. You know what singing a song is? That's a chant. You know, right? It's right there. You know, I loved and I lost, so baby. You know. Oh, he's so fine, but then he beat me up and left me alone.